Coming up on Vegas Nation Gameday, renewing an AFC West rivalry. The Raiders head to Kansas City to take on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
You have to beat good teams if you're going to be any good, and you have to beat good teams in your division if you're going to be any good.
Last time in KC, the Raiders were just one snap away from possibly upending the Chiefs. This time, fresh off of a win, the Silver and Black attempt to string a pair of wins together.
The Raiders just seem to be, they get up for the Chiefs. I mean, no matter what the records are, it's always a close game.
Vegas Nation Gameday, the Week 7 edition, starts right now.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Gameday. Presented by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.
Well, it's rivalry week for the Raiders. Hello and welcome into Vegas Nation Gameday. I'm your host, Dominic Lavoie. So it's time to head to Kansas City. Now to set it off here in this show, we tag in Vinny Bonsignore for Vinny's Vision.
Thanks, Dom. Well, it's going to be a tall challenge for the Raiders, as is. Patrick Mahomes is playing at an MVP level. Chris Jones is a monster on defense. Travis Kelce, what can you say about him? The Raiders have never been able to figure out a way to stop him. One of the keys to the Raiders going to Kansas City and coming out with a win before the bye, they've got to be able to run the ball. They've got to be able to protect the ball. They've got to be able to do well in the red zone. They improved in that area. Sunday against the Titans, 2 of 4 trips ended up in touchdowns. That was far better than the 0 for 6 the week before. And certainly Geno Smith, not only does he have to avoid the turnovers, that's been a problem for him this year, but these are the games that the Raiders signed or traded for Geno Smith and signed him to a contract extension for. He's got to be somebody that's going to put this team on his shoulders. It can't be the dink and dunk show that it was on Sunday against the Tennessee Titans. He's going to have to take some challenges or chances downfield. He's going to have to put some pressure on this defense. He's going to have to manage the game at the line of scrimmage. He and I think Ashton Jeanty, the Raiders rookie running back, to me the stage is built for Ashton Jeanty for these types of games. It's going to take that kind of an effort, a great guy by Ashton Jeanty and a great game by Geno Smith for the Raiders to leave Kansas City with a win. Is it possible? Anything's possible. Is it probable? Well, we're going to see on Sunday in Kansas City.
All right, now the rivalry with the Raiders and the Chiefs runs deep. We already know that. Now the Silver and Black, historically though, they've won 2 of the last 10 matchups against Kansas City, both of them coming on the road in KC. And last season, they were nearly winning a third. The Raiders were within field goal range with 15 seconds to go when a botched snap and a fumble loss while Aiden O'Connell was under center proved to be the Raiders' undoing. Las Vegas lost that game 19-17. Now head coach Pete Carroll speaking to the media on Wednesday about the Chiefs.
I don't see it as a rivalry in that regard, the way that you're thinking of it. I mean, I see this is an opportunity against a team that's dominated our division for a long time, and you have to beat good teams if you're going to be any good, and you have to beat good teams in your division if you're going to be any good. And so it's a great opportunity for us to play these guys. They're kind of rolling right now. You know, they've been going good last few weeks, and it's going to be very difficult.
All right, now Geno Smith leads the league in interceptions at 10. He has just as many as Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Bo Nix. Now that's the rest of the AFC West quarterbacks combined. The Raiders signal caller will be facing a defense that ranks in the top 10 in the league in passing yards allowed per game and has racked up 14 sacks and 6 takeaways on the season. Smith on Wednesday speaks on the KC defense and how he can balance being aggressive and smart with the football.
I think it's just making decisions like in the right timing of the play, and I think a lot of repetition is what will help that. But overall, you want to be efficient. You also don't want to just check it down all game. You want to take what they're giving you and take your shots when you can. And again, those things are. Every game's different, every situation's different. There's a lot to think about in each situation. So I think overall, you want to have both. You want to be aggressive, you want to, have explosive plays, but you also want to be very efficient. It's extremely difficult because, the opposing defenses that we're going to face, they're all going to be really good. And so they know what we're trying to get accomplished, and their job is to stop it. And so there's always this chess match going back and forth with, our coordinator, their coordinator, me against the Mike linebacker. So there's just a lot of different things that go into it, but overall, you just want to complete passes, and that's the real thing. You just want to complete passes and move the chains 10 yards at a time, and then all those other things will come along.
Now, Big Mike, tight end Michael Mayer put together a huge game against Tennessee on Sunday coming off of a concussion. He tied for the team lead in receptions on the game at 5 with a season-high 50 yards and a touchdown. That TD was the first for him on the year and his 3rd career touchdown reception in the NFL. Now, this was his 3rd game with at least 5 catches in the NFL, his first since December of last year, and his 3rd career 50-plus yard receiving game. Now, here's Geno Smith talking about how he can build off of that effort.
I think Mike's going to have a lot of game's better than that. I think the world of Mike. I think the way he competes, I think the way he, goes out there, blocks in the run game, is dynamic in the passing game. I mean, he's even great after the catch. I think he's going to have a lot of good games, and having him back does a lot for our offense. He's a guy, again, who we rely on, and he's such a great player. I just want to continue to let him, do his thing and get him the ball.
And now let's get another injury update from practice this week. All eyes were on Brock Bowers Friday as the tight end was seen at practice without a knee brace. Bowers is listed as doubtful for the Chiefs game with his knee issue after being a limited participant in his first practice this week. Jacoby Myers practiced for the first time this week in limited capacity as well and is listed as questionable while managing a knee and toe problem. Dylan Laube was limited on Friday but appears to be ready to go for Sunday after nursing a hamstring injury. And finally, another big name popping up on the injury report Friday is Maxx Crosby, who is limited due to back problems, though he appears to be ready for the game in KC. And now for some more stats to watch out for this week, Heidi Fang joins us with the hard count. Make sure not to jump off sides.
Thanks, Dom. It's time to get inside the numbers for Week 7. Raiders heading up to Arrowhead and with the NFL's leader in tackles for loss. Defensive end Maxx Crosby currently leads the NFL with 10 tackles for loss this season. That puts him in company with Jared Allen and Aaron Donald as the only players since the year 2000 with at least 10 tackles for loss in each of their first 7 NFL seasons. Staying with the number 10, the Raiders defense is allowing just a 39.2 successful run rate through the first 6 weeks of the NFL season. That's tied for 10th lowest percentage in the league. It'll be a tall task to keep the Chiefs' run game in check. They're averaging 118 plus yards on the ground per game. Lastly, if Ashton Jeanty can record 1 receiving touchdown, he'll tie the legendary Marcus Allen's franchise record of 3 for most receiving touchdowns in franchise history by a rookie running back. I'm Heidi Fang, and that's the numbers. Back to you, Dom.
All right, now let's take a quick break, but when we come back, Todd Dewey joins us as we follow the money and get some betting lines for the Chiefs game. Plus, we tell you about a special event happening at team headquarters for the game in KC. Stick around.
DNR House of Diamonds is Las Vegas's elite private office jeweler. We specialize in natural and lab-grown loose diamonds, engagement rings, and custom design. If you're looking for lab-grown diamonds, we have one of the largest selections at the best prices in Las Vegas. We make luxury affordable every day.
Now for this week's betting lines, we bring in Todd Dewey as he follows the money.
The Chiefs opened as 10.5-point favorites over the Raiders before the line shot up to 12 after Kansas City crushed the Lions for their 3rd win and cover in 4 games. The total is 45.5. A pro sports bettor I spoke with bet on the Raiders because he said they usually play the Chiefs tough, especially at Arrowhead Stadium, where they've covered the last 3 meetings in 4 of 5 with 2 outright wins. The Silver and Black pay plus 525 on the money line. Ashton Jeanty is plus 105 to score a touchdown in this one, and the 7-1 second choice to score the first touchdown. Rashee Rice is the plus 675 favorite to be the first touchdown scorer in his season debut for the Chiefs. Travis Kelce pays plus 150 to score a touchdown, and Patrick Mahomes pays plus 290.
All right, and before we go, the Raiders are throwing a party for the fans this Sunday. It's the Raiders Rev Up Watch Party at team headquarters in Henderson. Fans of the Silver and Black can bring the whole family for what the team is calling a one-of-a-kind game day experience. Fans will be on the indoor practice field to watch the game against the Chiefs. They have opportunities to meet Raider Rusher, Raiders alumni, and the Raiderettes, plus play some games and have some food. Now, the doors for this event open at 9:30 a.m. Tickets are $5, and the proceeds benefit the Raiders Foundation. You can get those tickets at vegas.raiders.com/events/watch-party. Now that'll do it here for Vegas Nation Game Day Week 7. Thank you all for hanging with us as we get set for KC. As always, make sure to stay connected with us on social media at Vegas Nation and on the web at vegasnation.com. Plus, after all the action wraps up in Kansas City on Sunday, make sure to check out the Vegas Nation post-game podcast. But I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you all next time.
Powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, this is Vegas Nation Game Day. Presented by DNR House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable. Located in the One Summerlin building in downtown Summerlin.